And we are live. Welcome back to Takes by Fans. We got a great show for you today. As always, we are live every single day at noon Eastern. If you want to watch it live, head over to twitch.tv/takesbyfans. If you want to watch but not live, head over to our YouTube channel, Takes by Fans. We post all of our shows and clips of the show there on a daily basis. And if you just want to listen, we are on podcasting apps, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio. So however you want to watch or listen, we've got you covered multiple ways. Alrighty, today's a big old Thursday. We got NBA playoff basketball on again tonight. Great. Game 3, Suns, Clippers. So we'll break down that game and do our moneymaker for that. We had NBA playoff basketball, Eastern Conference Finals, Game 1, Hawks, Bucks, and man, oh man, I think I'm done. I don't think I need to see any more. I think I already know who's going to win the series. So we'll cover that game, break it down, and tell you why it's not looking good for the Bucks for the rest of the series. I think it's already over, but we'll talk that through. And then we are continuing on with Aaron Rodgers judging his playoff performances. Does he deserve credit? So we are going to be looking at the divisional playoff game, 2014 versus the Dallas Cowboys. They did win that, but is that Aaron Rodgers' fault? Did he win the game himself? Was it the defense that he keeps getting kind of bailed out by? So we'll see how much credit Aaron Rodgers deserves. So we've got all that today on the show, but let's just jump right into it with the stories of the day. And the first one up, folks. Woo! Well, the tight end university is officially open, folks. That's the kind of tight end summit that George Kittle, Travis Kelce, and Greg Olsen kind of initiated this season. They've assembled over 40 tight ends across the NFL for a 3-day summit in Nashville. And what are they going to be doing over there in Nashville? You think it would be just be partying, right? Well, it is, but they say it's to just chill, train, practice, and pick each other's brains. So that officially kicked off last night, and we have a couple early pictures here, and it's all just partying. I mean, we got Travis Kelce showing up with some shades and just a tie-dye t-shirt, throwing up some peace signs, and then everyone's taking shots here. I mean, all these tight ends are just drinking. That's like all they're doing. Everyone's taking shots. Then we get this one. They're kind of like on a rooftop posing, drinking, looking good, and then once again, they're at this bar just drinking and talking. So it looks fun as heck. Don't get us wrong. I would love to be there at Tight End University. I gotta pause this. What is this going on? All right. But yeah, I mean, they're all just drinking and having fun. And yeah, absolutely. If you're a tight end in this league, one of the best tight ends in this league, you definitely want to be there. But guess who's not there, folks? Lonely old Timmy T, our boy Tim Tebow, didn't make the cut. Didn't get invited. Now, we kind of talked about this a couple of months ago when it was first announced. We were like, oh, Tim Tebow has to be there. He must be there if he wants to kind of be taken seriously in this league. You know, his competitive spirit. That's what we only hear about Tim Tebow. That's the only why he's a professional athlete, is because of his competitive spirit. So, I mean, we were like, hey, if he's not there, he's not serious about being a tight end. There is no competitive spirit, and we can officially write this man off as an official tight end in the league. But the man didn't even make the invitation cut, folks. The man did not even get invited. So we're going to hear why George Kittle did not invite Tim Tebow. But let's go over all the tight ends that are there instead of Tim Tebow and why they're just so much better. So here we go. Darren Waller. Of course you're going to invite Darren Waller. He is this new generation of tight end. He's basically a wide receiver at the tight end position. So Darren Waller's there. Way better than Tim Tebow. 1,000,000% better than Tim Tebow. Noah Fant from the Broncos is there. Once again, 1,000,000% better than Tim Tebow. We got Zach Ertz from the Eagles. And look at, he could be kind of, a lot of these tight ends maybe, well, I don't know, maybe recruiting him. We just kind of talked about him potentially being kind of the big tight end trade if you need a tight end to go after before training camp starts. We talked about that yesterday on the show. But yeah, Zach Ertz is there. Once again, 1,000,000% better than Tim Tebow. We got Ravens tight end Mark Andrews. We even got Dolphins tight end Mike Gesicki. I absolutely love it. This man is up and coming. Look for this man to have a breakout season at the tight end position. We got Cole Kmet from the Bears. tight end. We got the Patriots, ex-Titan, Jonnu Smith is there. We got Eric Ebron, TJ Hawkinson, David Njoku, Robert Tonyan, Kyle Pitts, and they already got the rookie. They already got rookie tight ends over Tim Tebow. And we know Kyle Pitts is going to be fantastic. Number, 3, 4 overall in this year's draft, number 4 to Atlanta. He's going to be absolutely fantastic. And then he's getting this kind of extra inside information to pick each other's brain year one. Ooh, watch out for Kyle Pitts with the Falcons. We already liked him, but now we know that he's at tight end university learning from the greats of Travis Kelce and George Kittle. I mean, those are the pinnacle. Those are the standards of what a tight end is in this league, an elite winning tight end in this league. And Kyle Pitts is going to learn from both of them while learning from Robert Tonyan, Mike Gesicki, Zach Ertz, Mark Andrews, and David Njoku, TJ Hawkinson. I mean, folks, watch out for Kyle Pitts. Jeez, already. Love it. We got Saints tight end Ethan Wolf. I haven't even heard of this man, and he's already there over Tim Tebow. We got O.J. Howard from the Bucks. We got Evan Ingram from the Giants. Once again, I mean, Evan Ingram getting better. We're already kind of big on this man, but now he's learning from the greats here at this tight end summit. Watch out again for this Giants team. We got Patriots tight end again, Hunter Henry. Hopefully, him and Jonnu Smith can get it done. We got Chiefs tight end Blake Bell. We got Kyle Rudolph. We got Logan Thomas. We got Dawson Knox. Alrighty, Dawson Knox needs to get to that level. We just looked at his stats the other day. It was about like 200, maybe 400 yards receiving. That's not gonna quite get it done. I mean, we got Travis Kelce breaking 1,000 yards, folks. That's where you gotta be. Unfortunately, that's the way this league is heading. So Dawson Knox for the Bills, and that's really gonna put this Bills team over the edge if they have that elite tight end. Who else do we got? We got Dallas Goedert. We got Irv Smith Jr., Tyler Higbee, Chris Herndon, a Jets tight end is going to tight end university over Tim Tebow. Not great. Who else we got? We got Austin Hooper. We got Caden Smith. We got Mercedes Lewis. We got Hayden Hurst. Once again, I mean, those Falcons tight ends really could just be absolutely fantastic this season. We got Bengals tight end CJ Uzoma. Look at that. We got Colby Parkinson. Unfortunate last name, truly. Anthony Fisker. Chris Manhertz. Ross Dwelly. Dominique Daphne. Charlie Warner. Daniel Helm. Will Disley. Alex Ellis. Who else do we got? Luke Stalker. I'm pretty sure this man's a third string tight end. Let me look this up. I think this man's the third tight end on the Falcons, folks. A third string tight end getting picked over Tim Tebow. How comical. And we're going to hear the reasoning why in a second. We've got that article up, which is going to make it way more funny that these third string tight ends are getting involved in tight end university over Tim Tebow. Where is this? He's not even listed as their tight ends, folks. This man's not even listed. Luke Stalker. Atlanta Falcons tight end, Luke Stalker. This man's not even on the depth chart. We got Kyle Pitts, number 1, Hayden Hurst, number 2, Lee Smith, number 3, and Jaden Graham, number 4. The man's not even on the depth chart, folks, and he's getting in over Tim Tebow. Laughable. He's a free agent, that's why. Okay. He must have played for Atlanta last year. All right, what else do we get? We got Ellie Wolf. We got Delaney Walker, once again a free agent as well. We got Levine Toliolo from the Giants. Once again, I mean, second, third string tight ends getting picked over Tim Tebow. Very, very comical. So let's see why George Kittle, from his own mouth, why he did not even invite Tim Tebow. I wouldn't invite Tim Tebow. The man's a grade A narc, folks. I'm not having Tim Tebow around me killing the mood when we're all having fun partying and drinking. Tim Tebow's literally the opposite of that. He's like, hey, are we sure we want to do this? Isn't alcohol going to affect our bodies negatively? And aren't we just trying to get better? Why is everyone drinking? And then he's all alone while everyone's having fun. And then maybe somebody feels sorry for him and it goes over there and now they're not having fun. So, I mean, and then he's probably preaching the gospel. He's like, the Lord would not drink. The Lord would be trying to get better. And everyone's just like, Tebow, please, who invited you? And everyone's looking around like, I didn't invite him. And then Tim Tebow just shows up. So let's see why he was not invited here. Here we go. San Francisco's 49ers tight end George Kittle, who along with the Kansas City Chiefs Travis Kelce and former player Greg Olsen is conducting Tight End University. Said on ESPN First Takes on Tuesday that he eventually hopes to open the event to every tight end in the NFL, but couldn't justify inviting Tebow over more experienced players. Quote, if I can't invite every tight end, how do I not invite a second or third string guy on a team that's been playing tight end since he was 18 years old in high school? Thank God. Thank gosh there is some rational thought here in the NFL. Thank goodness George Kittle is like thinking like a logical, rational human being out here. I'm not going to invite this guy when, you know, these people have been doing this since they were 18, second, third string, trying to compete for a starting job. And I'm going to invite Tim Tebow, who was a quarterback for his entire career, who hasn't played in the NFL for 9 years. I'm not doing that, so thank you. Somebody has some common sense here. Urban Meyer doesn't have any common sense. Anybody in the national media doesn't have any common sense. They're all like, oh, we got to give Tebow the shot. Why can't Tebow have this shot? Why is everyone banging on Tim Tebow? He deserves a shot. He was in this league before. He deserves, I mean, he's working out. He's got a competitive edge. He's got the competitive spirit. Of course he deserves a chance. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't, folks. He does not deserve any of this. He deserves zero of being a tight end in this league, folks. He's had his run. He's trash. He's trash, folks. He had his chance to play quarterback. Didn't work. Unfortunate. You got to move on. He tried to play baseball. That didn't work. You got to move on. He tried to be an analyst on ESPN. That didn't work. You got to move on. And now he's trying to get back in the NFL. This man does not deserve it at all. Give it to somebody like George Kittle is saying, a second or third string that's been playing tight end since he was 18 years old in high school. Give him the opportunity. He deserves it way more than fraud Tim Tebow out here. So thank goodness George Kittle is of sound mind and body out here. Jeez Louise. Oh man, George Kittle may be my new favorite tight end in this league now for just being a rational thinker. Thank you, George. Thank you. What else do we get here? Kittle said, nothing against Tim Tebow. No, it is. Everything. This is slander against Tim Tebow. I would have no problem if George Kittle said, yeah, absolutely all disrespect taken. You should be taking the disrespect. I'm not inviting Tim Tebow for all the obvious reasons. This is something against Tim Tebow. This isn't nothing against Tim Tebow. This is everything against Tim Tebow. But, you know, he's going to, you know, be the gentleman. He's going to be a gentleman out here. Kittle said, nothing against Tim Tebow. I hope that he has an incredible I hope that he has incredible success this year. This man knows he's not going to even come close to incredible success this year, or he would have invited him to the Tight End University. I hope that he has incredible success this year. I don't. I hope Tim Tebow goes out there, flounders, and makes a fool of himself. That's what I'm looking for. I want to see Tim Tebow be an absolute clown on the field so he can finally go away, honestly. I hope he has 10 touchdowns. No, you don't. No, you don't. Now you're just throwing stuff out there to kind of make it seem like, once again, being kind of like good in the media, having a good spotlight on you in the media. Yeah, I just couldn't invite him. And it's nothing against him, but, you know, we've got, you know, 18-year-olds in high school that have been playing their position since high school, and, you know, second or third stringers just trying to make the team. And I tried to find room. I was like, should I invite him? But I only got 40 spots here. I gotta put him over Tim Tebow. Yeah, I gotta put him over Tim Tebow. And Tim Tebow just made maybe 41, and I just couldn't invite him. There was only 40 spots. He was number 41. But I hope he has a great year. I hope he has 10 touchdowns. I hope he gets it done. No, you don't, George. Come on. I know every tight end at that Tight End University is clowning Tim Tebow while they're drinking, folks. Look at this picture right here. Everyone's kind of cheering on the shot, and they're all like, hey, here's the Tim Tebow. Yeah, and they're all laughing outlandishly, belly laughing, can't even hold it together. Hey, here's the Tim Tebow having a good season, right, guy? Ha ha. Clink the glasses down the shot. They're clowning this man at the Tight End University. That's another reason why they couldn't invite him. You can't make fun of somebody if you bring them there, right? All right, let's continue on with quote here. I hope he has a great year, but it's hard for me to invite someone to this that just started playing the position. How funny is that? This man is in the NFL and is just starting a new position. It's so wild. It's ridiculous. It's clownish, folks. But it's hard for me to invite someone to this that just started playing the position when I can't invite a guy that's been playing it for 8 to 10 years. That's just hard for me. So yeah, George Kittle, I mean, this is it right there. This was the only thing to say right here. I hope he has a good season, yeah, but I couldn't invite him. The man is barely a tight end in this league, and I'm not going to have him pick my brain. He doesn't even know what he's asking. He doesn't even know what he's looking for in advice. He doesn't even know what he's looking for to get better. He doesn't know the position. Travis Kelce, Super Bowl winner. George Kittle, Super Bowl participant. Everybody else on that list is absolutely fantastic, catching 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1,000 yards, folks. Tim Tebow can't even throw for more than 2,500 yards in a season at quarterback. Absolutely garbage. All right, let's finish the article here. What else do we get? Tebow is attempting a pro comeback at tight end after not playing in the NFL, an NFL game since 2012, and not appearing in a training camp since 2015. Tebow was a quarterback then. He was a 25th overall pick by the Denver Broncos in 2010, but he called up Jacksonville Jaguars' Urban Meyer and asked his former coach at Florida for a tryout at tight end. Tebow worked out twice, and the Jaguars signed him on May 20th. Kittle said he was surprised at the amount of interest Tight End University received from players around the league. I mean, I want to just be around. I mean, George Kittle and Travis Kelce, they just seem like good, fun guys to be around. Forget, great tight ends, elite tight ends in this league. They just seem like great people. I mean, look at Travis Kelce in the first pick, folks. I mean, the man is ready to have some fun. The man's got the shades, the tie-dye t-shirt, real kind of calm demeanor out here, nothing uptight, and he's ready to have some fun. Of course, everyone wants to be at tight end university. Who wouldn't? Tight ends get overlooked in this league. You get the wide receivers, you get the quarterbacks, you get the running backs. We've just been starting to talk about elite, A1, tier 1 tight ends in this league. Yeah, Rob Gronkowski was always good. He was kind of, the first, him and Aaron Hernandez, unfortunately. But, they kind of made the tight end position mainstream. Hey, you can actually use these guys as, down the field pass catchers. I mean, this is a new revitalized position in the last maybe 10, 15 years, if that at most. So, of course, it's going to draw interest here. But let's keep going here. Kittle said he was surprised at the amount of interest Tight End University received from players around the league. The event will be held Wednesday through Friday in Nashville, Tennessee. We just saw that get kicked off. Everyone's having a good time. Last quote here. I want everyone to come because I want everyone to learn, everyone to get better. I mean, there's no learning there. Those pictures that we just saw, nobody's learning there. And if they did learning, they forgot about it because they're all getting blackout drunk. But, all right. Kittle said, But we didn't really plan on every single tight end would want to come. We thought we were going to get 20, 25 guys max, and the next thing we knew, we were at 45, 50. Ran out of hotel rooms, kind of ran out of space just in general. Hopefully, in the next coming years, I can make it available to every single person, and then any tight end that wants to come can show up, learn, get better, and just take another step forward. So that's Tight End University, folks. So watch all these breakout years of these tight ends, folks. All the ones that we just listed. There's about 40 there right now. All kind of, all those tight ends that we named off are absolutely kind of tier 1/tier 2, and they're very close to all being tier 1, honestly, for their able of being kind of productive at the tight end position. I mean, to be productive, winning productive tight end, you really have to catch 800 plus yards in this league now. So it's been proven you can do it. You can win while doing it. It kind of helps you win if you have that. So watch for the tight ends to really start exploding in the next maybe 2, I would say 1 to 3 years, honestly, that we see tight ends getting 1,000 yards, multiple tight ends getting 1,000 yards receiving throughout the season, especially with Kyle Pitts and Darren Waller now that are basically wide receivers. So poor old little Tim Tebow not invited. That's something that Tim Tebow has never kind of said to himself. I didn't get invited. I'm Tim Tebow. Everybody loves me. And you're not going to invite me, little old sweet Tim Tebow? Okay. All right. I'm glad he didn't get invited, folks. I would have lost it if he did. Could you imagine? I mean, he would have been the true outlier. If we were going through all those names and we said Tim Tebow, I mean, that just brings it all the way down, folks. Nobody wants to make this man learn. Nobody wants to teach this freaking overgrown wild man. What is he, like 32? I mean, just getting started at the tight end position. It's comical, folks. So thank you, George Kittle, for having a brain, rational thinking, rational decision making, and not getting caught up in all the garbage mainstream media narratives. Thank you for that. And before we move off of kind of, tight ends and Travis Kelce here, I mean, we get a quote here, Chiefs All-Pro tight end. Look at that, Chiefs All-Pro, add Super Bowl winning. Yes, sir. All-Pro tight end Travis Kelce calls 2020 season, quote, a failure to me. Absolutely it should be. You've been proven to win Super Bowl. So if you get to the big game and you lose and you kind of lose close, of course that's going to be a failure to you. It's Super Bowl or bust when you're one of these elite tight ends. Same thing with George Kittle. These are Super Bowl or bust teams, folks. These are all Super Bowl or bust tight ends in the league, all that we just named off. And Tim Tebow, he would have been like, oh man, yeah, 2020, like, let's just say, Tim Tebow was on the Chiefs last season. Oh yeah, 2022, yeah, we didn't get the ring, but I mean, what great experience. And I mean, we can use this momentum going forward. And oh no, that's not a failure. You're gonna call getting to the Super Bowl a failure? I call getting to the Super Bowl a success. I'm successful, folks. I mean, I'm so blessed to even be in this position, and I got to the Super Bowl. I got to the Super Bowl, the pinnacle of football. Oh man, that's not a failure to me. No, that's a success. Oh my God, I'm just so blessed on this opportunity. And if I get back here, oh man, I can't even think about getting back here. But if I do get back here, oh my God, I'm just so blessed, and God would bless me for that. And oh man, it's just so great to be here, and I had a great time, and it was just so great out there. I gave it my all, but it just unfortunately wasn't enough. You don't hear Travis Kelce saying that nonsense, that loser nonsense, folks. That's not true competition, a true competitive spirit. No. Yeah, we fucking lost. That's a failure. What are you talking about? I just want to get to the Super Bowl? I want to get to the Super Bowl and not win? You call that a success? Hell no. Fuck no. It's a fucking failure. We got to get fucking better. I got to get fucking better. We're going to be here next year. You better fucking believe it. You better bet on it. And when we get here, we're going to fucking come out guns a-blazing, and we're going to kick their ass, whoever it is. It doesn't matter. Best team, worst team. I don't fucking care. I'm going to go out there and beat their ass. I'm going to go and catch 300 yards receiving, 5 touchdowns when I'm here next season. And I'll be here the season after that, and the season after that, winning chips. That's the difference between great tight ends and garbage Tim Tebow, folks. That's why the man's not invited. Because you would be having, oh guys, isn't this such a great time? Oh, we're all having so much fun out here. Oh, yeah, I'm just so blessed. Thank you, George Kittle. I mean, he would have been kissing. We already know Tim Tebow's an ass kisser. He would have been all up on George Kittle and Travis Kelce the entire time. Oh my God, George, thank you for inviting me. This is so great. I'm having a great time. And George's like, all right, yeah, no problem, man. Learn, have a good time. That's why we're all here. And then he goes back to the conversation, and Tim Tebow's, no, George, I sincerely mean it, man. Like, this is what an opportunity. I mean, I haven't even been a tight end, and the fact that you kind of like brought me under your wing. And George Kittle's like, I'm not taking you under my wing. I just invited you. We didn't even want to, but we kind of had to. It's like the NFL kind of forced us because you're like their golden child for some god awful reason. We don't know. You make money, I guess. I don't understand that either. And Tim Tebow's like, man, oh man, thank you so much. I mean, I'm just so blessed. And he's like all up in George Kittle's ass the entire time. And same thing with Travis Kelce. Oh my God, Travis Kelce, you've won a Super Bowl. What is that like? Oh my God, can you explain that to me? Like in in-depth detail. I got my notes. He's got an entire fucking 300-page notebook that he's writing in. Okay, break it down from the moment you woke up that Super Bowl Sunday. What did you do? And Travis Kelce's like, yo, please leave me alone, yo. I'm just trying to have a good time out here. Jeez, please get the hell away from me. And Tim Tebow's just all up on these people's asses, folks. That's exactly what he would be doing there. So that's the reason why George Kittle did not invite the man. That's the reason. Nobody wants narc Tim Tebow around. That's all there is to it, folks. So that's Tight End University, folks. Looking real great. I wish I was there. Absolutely. It's looking like a great time. They're all having fun. And, this tight end position is truly starting to kind of boom, and they all kind of know it, and they're ready to kind of fucking set the league on fire. So let's see how they play this year. It's going to be great. Great tight ends, physical specimens, all 6'4", fast as heck, tall as heck, ready to go up and get those 50-50 balls against slow-ass linebackers. Yes, sir. Give me that. So watch out for the tight end position to boom this year, folks. If you play fantasy football, just draft all tight ends. It doesn't matter. Quarterback, wide receiver, running back, defense, just tight end, tight end, tight end. Fill them in there. All right, let's keep moving on here. Going back to the Packers, and, we still know no Aaron Rodgers at the Packers. Now, we won't know more until training camp officially kicks off, whether he's officially holding out. What's the deal up with that? But we get a couple of quotes here by Davante Adams saying Aaron Rodgers' situation, not something the Packers players, quote, truly talk about. And that's kind of interesting. I mean, that's the elephant in the room. I mean, this is one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, folks. Actively holding out, actively kind of still dissing you, the team and the coaches, more of the coaches and just the ownership in general, but he's still taking shots at the team you play for. That's still got to rub some players the wrong way, folks. And it's like I said, it's the elephant in the room. How do you not talk about it? I mean, you're watching Jordan Love not being that great, and you're all kind of going, trying to work on yourselves getting better. And you got to at some point think to yourself, man, this man's still not here. This man's truly holding out. This is not going to be good. We hope it. We hope Jordan Love. We're not going to knock Jordan Love. We wish he would be great, but you can't even compare the two quarterbacks, folks. I mean, we're talking about a man that's never played one snap in the NFL and another that's an unbelievable passer in this league. I mean, there is no comparisons. There is drastic, stark differences between the two quarterbacks there. So the fact that they're kind of all downplaying it a little bit, I don't know if I'm truly buying them. But let's see what we get here by Davante Adams. So here we go. Aaron Rodgers' future in Green Bay is the hottest talking point in the NFL offseason, unless, of course, you happen to be a Packers player. Star receiver Davante Adams told Fox News that he and other players are focused on their own improvements, not worrying about Rodgers' business. Quote, honestly, it's not even something that we truly talk about like that. It's just everyone's been dialed into what they got to do. There's enough to worry about within themselves than to be going and worrying about what other guys are doing and what their situation is like, especially when we can't control any of that. And, that is true. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, there's no talking sense into this man. He's going to do whatever he thinks is right. And, hey, that's your right. And, I firmly believe that. Do what you think is right for you. What's best for you. Forget me. Forget the national media, what everybody's saying. Do what's best for you. So I've got no problem with that. These receivers and everybody else is just trying to work on themselves. You can't work on yourselves while actively trying to kind of worry about somebody else. And I think Aaron Rodgers is a little disappointed hearing this. Y'all aren't talking about me? Y'all not talking about me? The GOAT? What else would you? What else could you guys be possibly talking about? Y'all dropping the ball that I deliver perfectly to y'all? Why are y'all not talking to me? So I think Aaron Rodgers may take this as a sign of disrespect, like he does everything else. But let's see what else we get here from Davante Adams. Quote, I think everybody's mindset, everyone is going to love Aaron the same way when he returns, if he returns, folks. And obviously it's been a little bit of a confusing situation because he doesn't talk to anybody. He doesn't exactly say what the problem is. I mean, we're seeing it right here, folks. We're not talking nonsense. Turtle Rodgers is real. It's been a little bit of a confusing situation, but there hasn't been any negative talk or anything like that. Everyone's behind him. So the players obviously want him back. They know how great he is, how talented he is, and then, they know what the backup situation is like. Jordan Love, and we're not going to knock him. We're trying to buy into him, but it's very hard. He said he wanted to stack good days on top of good days, and he didn't do that during the mandatory minicamp, so that's never a great sign. And even if he was good, he's not going to ever be at Aaron Rodgers' level, especially year one in the league. So, of course, they all want the man back. They're going to welcome him back whenever he gets there. And it's kind of interesting that Davante Adams says, quote here, everybody is going to love Aaron the same way when he returns. There's not an if he returns, we hope he returns. It's when he returns. So they're all still believing that he is going to show up at some point. Maybe, he didn't show up at the mandatory minicamps. That's kind of the message Aaron Rodgers was trying to send. Hey, I'm not showing up here for the first kind of, mandatory stuff. Training camp, you may not see me either. I'm actually going, but I'm going to kind of hang that over y'all. Hey, I may not show up. So we still don't know what's going on with Aaron Rodgers. We know he says he doesn't want to be a Packer anymore. He kind of wants to move on. We're hearing all these trade scenarios. And but Davante Adams says when he returns, thinking that he's going to come back at some time. All right, let's finish off the article here. One more quote. In Rodgers' absence this offseason, second-year quarterback Jordan Love got the majority of work. Adams didn't participate much on field during minicamp. So he noted it's hard to compare quarterbacks. It's not hard. It's Jordan Love and Aaron Rodgers. I'll let y'all decide who you want as a quarterback. It's not difficult to compare. But the wideout said he's liked what he's seen of Love from the sideline. Yeah, he's looking good from the sideline, I guess. Quote, well, it's really, really early. We've seen some progress, but obviously when you get into live action and do a little bit more training camp stuff, you'll be able to further evaluate that. But I like what I see from him so far. He's shown that he's locked in and ready to assume whatever role that he has to and go out there and play. So I'm looking forward to seeing him. So once again, no kind of big words of encouragement on Jordan Love. They're saying, yeah, you know, he's looking good, but, you know, it's not full speed. It's not full pads. It's not kind of game situation, anything like that. So, yeah, he's looking good. But when is Aaron Rodgers coming back? Anybody know that? No? All right. Yeah, I guess he's looking good then. Yeah, he's looking. Is that Aaron back? Is that Aaron coming through the door? Oh, no, that's just somebody else. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Then Jordan Love is looking real good. I mean, that's kind of what we're getting out here. So, still don't know what's going on with Aaron Rodgers. And, you know, it's going to be interesting come July, late July, when the Packers start their training camp, whether he's there or not. So, everybody's kind of expecting him to be there. The players are expecting him to be there at some point. We just don't know what that point is yet. But talk about one quarterback that's not giving up and is going hard every single mother-loving day, folks, and we can get behind big time. Again, we've already been big on this man. We know he's going to be the starter, and now we get this little kind of blurb about the man. Justin Fields from the Bears, rookie. Justin Fields plans to study Bears plays on family vacation. Yes! Woo! Justin Fields is like, hey, I got all this money now. Guess what, family? We got a month until training camp starts. We going on mother-loving vacation. But I'm bringing the playbook, I'm bringing the film, and I'm going to learn. I'm going to let y'all have fun, but I'm going to still be learning out there. So I love that 100% from this man, still getting it done. The rookie quarterback says he can't go a day without improving or he feels lazy. I mean, that's the competitive spirit we're talking about. Yes, love that. Why is nobody talking about Justin Fields' competitive edge? It's always Tim Tebow this, Tim Tebow that, Tim Tebow this, Tim Tebow. Oh my God, he's so... Folks, I know he hasn't played in 9 years, but do you see how competitive this man is? He called up Urban Meyer. A guy he has chemistry with. Didn't go out on a limb and called Bill Belichick or Robert Saleh or Kyle Stefanski, or Kevin Stefanski, or Kyle Shanahan, or Bruce Arians, or Tom Brady. No. He called somebody he already had in his phone. He was going through his contact. He's like, oh yeah, Urban Meyer. We played at college together 12 years ago. Is this the same number? Oh, he didn't change it. Oh, it's ringing. Oh, hey, Urban. It's me, Tim. Tebow? Florida? National championship quarterback? I don't. What else can I use to describe me? I was on your team. Aaron Hernandez? Yeah. During the Aaron Hernandez years. Yeah, that's me. It's Timmy. What do you guys got going on over there? I see you're a head coach now. Oh, congratulations! First of all, oh my God, that's so great. I wanted to hear all about that. But do you got any openings? No, not a quarterback. I know. I'm not that great. I've been working though. Do you want to? No, okay. You don't want to see me throw the ball. Oh, you got Trevor Lawrence. Okay, that's fine. What about tight end? You got any tight ends? I don't think you guys got any tight ends over there. What? Oh, you drafted one? But don't you need like a number 2? Okay. Yeah, you call me back and we'll set something up. All right, it's been great catching up. It's been great talking. And then he hangs up the phone. I mean, folks, isn't it a little coincidental that the only reason he's in the NFL now is because he has history with somebody? It's a little ridiculous. But can we please talk about Justin Fields' competitive edge? Going on vacation? Still learning the plays, getting better every single day. So Andy Dalton has no chance at being the starting quarterback here, folks. We are doubling, tripling, quadrupling down that Justin Fields will be the week 1 starter. Can we finally bet this, folks? Let's go to DraftKings. the only kind of teams that we can bet of starting quarterbacks are like the Patriots and the 49ers. But let's see if we can finally bet, because that's easy free money, if we can bet that the week 1 starter for the Bears will be Justin Fields, folks. Can we bet this? We haven't been able to. We've been looking kind of, every other week here. Whenever the topic comes up, we want to bet this heavy. This is a bet the house bet. If you can ever get any odds of who will be the starting quarterback for the Bears come week 1, you take every single dime that you have to your name and your family's name and your kid's name, and you bet it on Justin Fields. Let's see. I hate their website. It's absolutely trash. If DraftKings, if somebody from DraftKings is listening, please make your website a little bit better out here. And please put those odds up there, please, so we can make money. All right, here we go. Off-season specials. Can we bet it? 49ers quarterback. Bears quarterback. Oh, yes! Yo! Woo! Folks! Oh, my gosh! Oh, my gosh! Folks, the odds are incredibly insane. Oh, my gosh. Free money for everybody, folks. Justin Fields to be the week 1 starting quarterback for the Bears is plus 300. Oh my goodness, folks. Take this, bet it so big that if it does not happen for the slim chance, this is 99.9999999 times 1,000% guaranteed. Obviously, nothing sure in this league when it comes to betting. We gotta put that disclaimer out there. But this should be a bet where you don't have to work anymore. That's how much money you have to put on this, folks. Every dime to your name. You bet it on Justin Fields being the week 1 starting quarterback. I can't believe they finally released the odds. But this bet should literally make or break you, folks. If you hit on this, you should have enough money. You should have bet enough money that you never have to worry about working a day in your life, folks. You should not have to worry about your kids or your grandkids ever working a day in their life. And if for some reason, like we said, that 0.0000000000000 times 1,001% chance something happens, then you'll be in financial ruin for the rest of your days. There's no coming out of that hole. There's no coming out of that hole. There's no, you better not have any kids, because their lives will also be absolutely garbage. There's no coming out of this pit, folks. So this is a make or break you bet right here. You take every single dime to your name. You take out every loan you can. You try to get as much capital as you can, and you bet it all on Justin Fields being the week 1 starter plus 300. I can't believe it, folks. I can. Folks. If you don't hear from us come Sunday, January 9th. Here, what is this? When's their first game? They just had to put a date out there. So whatever their let's look this up. When is the Bears' first game? Let's see. Here we go. September 12th. If you do not hear from us on September 13th, you know something went wrong, folks. And if you hear from us on September 13th, expect the set to be absolutely magnificent. We'll be outside, first of all, in our mansion, in our kind of in-ground 40,000 feet pool that we're broadcasting from. You'll know, folks. So either on September 13th, we will no longer be here. You will not hear a peep from us again. That means we are in financial ruin, unfortunately. But if you do hear from us on September 13th, 2021, we are living big. Oh, I can't believe they put the odds up. I love it. Andy Dalton is minus 500. Nick Foles is plus 2,500, folks. Obviously, that's never going to happen. I would never say to bet that. But Justin Fields being the week 1 starter, plus 300, folks. These are amazing odds. These are the best odds you can get. San Francisco, Trey Lance is plus 220. New England Patriots, Mac Jones is plus 225. I hate that bet. And the Saints are plus 175. Justin Fields plus 300. He will. Oh my gosh. I think I have to stop the show right now for today. I gotta go. I gotta go to the casino, folks. I gotta lay the bet. I gotta lay the bet. I gotta start pawning. I gotta start itemizing everything I have. I think we gotta cut the show a little short today, folks. I was not expecting the odds to be up. Woo! This is exciting news, folks. This is big. I don't know how I'm going to do the rest of the show, folks. Let's just say, folks, I mean, I'm talking 50 grand. Can you scrounge up 50 grand? Here we go. Is that 50? 50 grand pays 200,000, folks. What can you get in student loans? 250,000? Probably. You probably can get 250,000. Oh my God, I'm going to Harvard. I'm going for my master's. Bank, I need 250K. Oh, you gave it to me? Check? I need it. I need it in a check. Yeah, okay. Let me cash this real quick. $250,000 pays $1 million, folks. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. 1 million, folks. I'm telling you, $250,000. Do you have it? Go get it. You have a couple of days. Try not to have these. I don't know when these officially came out, but man, I love it. I love it, folks. I've never seen something I love so much in my life. So there it is, folks. Make or break bet right there. Justin Fields, the week 1 starter. The man is studying on vacation, folks. What more do we need to see? I mean, truly. I mean, if you just gave me this information right now, oh, he's going to study on vacation? Oh, yes, absolutely. All the money. Week 1 starter. There it is. Ooh. Alrighty. Well, no other story is going to measure up to that. I can tell you that right now. Let's go on. These are all going to be underwhelming stories now. I don't even want to talk. I don't even care to talk about. I don't care to talk about these stories anymore, folks. I'm speechless. I'm speechless at the odds that they're plus 300. I got so many things running through my head right now. I'm just looking around my room of everything I can sell right now to make a little bit of money to put out this bet. Man. All right, folks. We're going to try to keep going, but here we go. All right. All good in Seattle after all? Of course, folks. This is done. We're still going on with this narrative? Once again, I know the media has to kind of put stories out there to keep talking about because we have this month. I mean, this month break is actually going to be brutal, folks. It's going to be brutal. Until training camp goes into full swing, it's going to be brutal in the NFL, but they're still trying to keep this Russell Wilson rumor alive. So Bleacher Report, Gridiron tweets, hey, big old rumor alert. Russell Wilson is happy and all in after Seattle offseason. Yes, of course. We heard it from his mouth. We heard it from him. We heard it from Pete Carroll. We heard it from literally everybody. I think we even heard it from Sierra one time. She was singing. She's like, everything's good in Seattle. I mean, folks, we know. This is nothing. This is bunk. This is bupkis now, folks. So can we please all collectively stop bringing up Russell Wilson? Oh, he's unhappy. So no, he's not. It's all good. And even if it wasn't, he's never going to bring it up in the media again because he saw what happens when the first time this man speaks out a little bit against the team. It gets blown way out of proportion. So it's always going to be all good for Russell Wilson. Now, does he actually believe it? We think so. But even if he doesn't, he's not going to bring that up to the media anymore. Y'all ruined it. Y'all ruined Russell Wilson having hot takes. It's unfortunate, but that's what y'all went and did. So Russell Wilson, he's fine. He's happy in Seattle. It's all good. They'll go and win a Super Bowl, and everything will be bupkis again. So, and then that will get brought up. I mean, could you imagine the Seahawks get to the Super Bowl? I mean, that you got the freaking 2-week gap before the actual game. I mean, that's all week 1. All week 1 is kind of saying, oh my God, can you believe that Russell Wilson wanted out and he almost got traded and he didn't even want to be here anymore? I mean, that's going to be the entire week narrative. So I guess we're going to see this again, unfortunately, even if they're good. If they're bad, we're definitely going to see it. And if they're good, we're going to see it again also. So there's no escaping it. Russell Wilson opened up the bag of worms that you don't want to do in the media, giving them any fuel to talk about you in a negative light or causing drama. So we're still here. It's June 24th, and we're still talking about, hey, is Russell Wilson happy in Seattle? Yes, folks, he is. Alrighty, let's go to Tom Brady now. Tom Brady, he went on the late night show with James Corden, something like that. We'll get it officially in a second. But, yeah, just once again, kind of the differences between Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers, folks. The GOAT and then the pretend GOAT. The number 3 GOAT, the GOAT that thinks he's the GOAT. So we're going to see the drastic differences here. So Tom Brady, quote, it's not about proving it to others what you can do. It's more about proving it to yourself. I mean, Yeah, this man's got. Hey, I'm not proving anything to anybody out there. I mean, you can say whatever you want to me. I don't care, but I'm doing this for me. I still think I can play, and I just proved it because I beat Aaron Rodgers in his home stadium, and then I went on to win the Super Bowl year 1 with a new team. Y'all remember that? Y'all were there last year, right? Yeah, I can still do this. Y'all can keep hating on me. I don't care. I mean, y'all mean nothing to me. You guys literally mean nothing to me. What are you going to say? I've been to the Super Bowl 10 times. I mean, what are y'all going to say about me? It's either going to be true that I'm great, or it's going to be a lie that you're just hating on me. So I'm doing this for me out here. Where Aaron Rodgers, I mean, that's the complete opposite. He needs everybody to love him, folks. I mean, that's why, he's big on social media. That's why he's putting in all these digs so everybody loves him, even though, he can never win the big game. He has to kind of take the distraction away from that. Aaron Rodgers, he's not trying to prove it to himself, folks. If he was trying to prove it to himself, he would still be there at those mandatory minicamps. He's trying to prove it to everybody else. Hey, everybody, look, the team can't get it done. My coaches can't get it done. They're calling garbage plays for me. I can do it. Y'all see I can do it. Didn't y'all see I could do it? I do it every week. Y'all see it? Hey, I'm good. Hey, I'm actually real good. Did y'all not know? It's my freaking coaches, man. Don't y'all agree? I'm gonna go on Jeopardy. The Jeopardy guys agree. This man agreed. He threw in the towel. He threw the game, answering a final Jeopardy question and made a joke. He knows. He gets it. Phil Mickelson's about to get it when I. That's the only thing I talk about during the match, July 6th. If y'all didn't know, I'm golfing. So, drastic comparisons. Differences between the two GOATs of the league. So let's see what he had to say in this quote. So as he heads towards his 44th birthday, Brady joined the Late Night Show with James Corden and said his motivation for continuing to grind forward in a game in which many of his teammates are half his age is more internal than external at this point. Quote, it's hard to walk away from something that you still feel you can do and you want to do. So it's not about proving it to others what you can do. It's more about proving it to yourself. And I still feel like even though I'll be 44 this year, I still have a chance to still prove it to myself that I can still do it at 44 because I really worked to a point where I can still do it at this age. And yeah, folks, he just beat Patrick Mahomes, way younger, half his age. Obviously, he can still do it. He still wants to prove he can do it. We've never seen this from a quarterback, folks. Big Ben can't even do it. He's 39. Drew Brees, what is he, 42? He couldn't even do it to 44. So this man's like, hey, I got all the accolades. I know I'm the GOAT, and, I'm just doing this to see if I can still do it. I think I can, and I'm going to keep pushing myself to see if I actually can do it on the field. So once again, more respect to Tom Brady. We're big fans of Tom Brady out here. That winning edge, folks, he's just a winner, and he gets it done. I mean, how can you not love it? All right. What else do we get here? To play armchair psychologist, Brady's athlete speak answer bellies the truth that it's the external motivation that fueled the internal fire in the first place. After 20 plus years of shoveling, I'll prove them wrong, Coles. All right, we're done with that. That was way too much. But here we go. Following Brady's answer about why he continues to toil at his age, Corden asked TB12 how often he thinks about being the greatest of all time. I don't, Brady responded. Really, Corden said? You never sit and think at what I do, I'm the best? Brady says, it's like saying what do you like better, steak, fish, or chicken? So, I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but Brady's saying, he doesn't even consider himself the greatest of all time. He doesn't even think about it. That's a straight up lie, folks. I mean, how could you not, folks? How could you be a professional athlete? Same thing with like LeBron James. You're always, I mean, everybody external is comparing you to the GOAT, to Michael Jordan, Tom Brady, to, I don't even know he can even try to compare him to anymore. I think it's done. I mean, I think it's really a mile long between Tom Brady and then the next, whatever you want to, Joe Montana. Who do you want to put in as number 2? I don't care. It's miles, it's leaps, bounds, miles ahead of Tom Brady. Tom Brady's way above that. So, I mean, but how could you not think? I mean, how could you not ever think about it, folks? I mean, that's a straight up lie from Tom Brady right there. Just never thinking about being the greatest of all time. Of course, folks, he's been to 10 Super Bowls. He's won 7. This man's won 7 Super Bowls. Nobody else has done that, folks, as a main starter. Maybe somebody that just rides, number 50 53 out of the, or number 52 out of the 53. Number 53 out of a 53-man roster, folks. Maybe they were just on a lucky team, never playing. But nobody has ever actively won 7 Super Bowls. So how do you never think about that? That's a straight up lie, folks. And you can't really say that. I mean, he's maybe 10, 15, 20 years down the line when we get the documentary of Tom Brady, maybe he says, oh, of course I was thinking about the greatest of all time. But when you're still playing, I guess you can't really say that. So classic late night talk show. Can't really say the truth. Why do we listen? So that's Tom Brady. Alrighty, let's go to this. I mean, what the hell is this? Radio host says Deshaun Watson could miss entire 2021 and 2022 season due to, quote, slow-moving legal system. Interesting. Let's see what this radio host is saying. Does he have any credit to saying this? Let's see. So, Deshaun Watson may be away from the football field for a long time as he continues to face legal battles with no resolution in sight. Fox Sports radio host Ben Miller said this week that Watson's 2021 and 2022 season are in jeopardy due to the slow-moving legal system and likelihood of suspension after a final court ruling. So, let's see what this man is saying here. Is he speaking truth out here? Let's see. Quote, if you look at the timeline on this, barring a drastic sea change, Deshaun Watson will not be playing an NFL game until at the very minimum 2023. Jeez, why does he say this? That's the earliest. If everything plays out the way it's playing out, he's going to be done until at least 2023. How did I get to this point? Yes, please explain this. He's going to be put on the commissioner's exempt list. That's going to happen likely in the next month before training camp opens up. And man, yeah, I mean, he's got all these kind of lawsuits. I mean, you can't have, an alleged sexual assault victim be a face of the franchise, be your number one jersey earner, being your number one moneymaker in a business. I mean, that's just bad for business. That's bad for any business. Forget the NFL, your local pizza shop. You can't have your star pizza maker being alleged of 22 sexual assaults. Nobody's going to order from you. Do you want to go to, DeMarco's Pizza? Oh no, that's got the sexual assaulter behind the counter, right? I don't need those sexually assaulting hands kneading out my dough. No. We'll go to the Billy's bathtub pizza. It's not good, but I can't give the money. I can't give the money to the sexual assaulter. So I mean, folks, it's bad for business. So the commissioner's exempt list. Next month is training camp. I mean, that's really, these mandatory mini camps and the OTAs, that's just kind of the nibble, the taste, the pre-appetizer, if you will. Once we get into training camp, I mean, that's the three-course appetizer, folks. So yeah, that definitely could happen. Absolutely. And if he's on there, that means we're back to the quote here. That means he will be out for the balance of the 2021 season. He will be getting a paid vacation. Watson isn't scheduled to give his deposition until February 2022, folks. That's after the Super Bowl. That's the entire season done, and then he gets to speak. So there's some truth here, folks. This isn't great. Miller explained why this timeline could wipe away the next 2 seasons for the quarterback. Here we go, quote. A trial date would be sometime in May of 2022, and it might not be until early June, which means the trial would go through June and part of July. Training camp opens in July. The NFL does not give out time served, which means when the trial happens, if Deshaun Watson is found guilty in the civil court, and remember, the standards is much lower in civil court than criminal court. You only need kind of 51%. In criminal court, it's guilty, proof beyond a reasonable doubt, but in civil court it's basically like if I'm giving percent, yeah, it's kind of 51% did it. I mean, that's basically what it is to get convicted in civil court, which will never be good. And remember, the standards is much lower in civil court than criminal court. Then the NFL has to come back and say, well, bad news, we've got to punish him. I mean, he was found guilty, 22 accounts. I mean, we got to do something. So, yeah, this entire season, I mean, folks, if he's not even going to be able to get his piece out until the end of the Super Bowl, He's probably not playing the season, so that's really not great. So maybe he kind of just pays out these women. All right, maybe I didn't really do it. I guess I'll have to admit guilt. I'll just pay out these women and we'll get it done with. But then once again, he'll probably be suspended. Hey, the NFL, you pled guilty. You paid out the women. I know you say you didn't do it, but you just pled guilty in court. Got to punish you for this season. So this season's really not looking good. And next season's also in jeopardy as well. So let's finish out this article right here. Mahler expects the NFL to levy a minimum of 8 games, but, quote, likely a season-long suspension, assuming Watson does not face criminal charges. Meanwhile, attorney Rusty Hardin, who represents Watson, said the NFL has not interviewed his client about the sexual assault allegations from 22 women that led to a civil lawsuit. So we're still kind of in this weird limbo of Deshaun Watson. So this could definitely be true. It's depending on how kind of serious the NFL is taking it. We know they kind of like to make a big stink of some things, not others. I mean, Big Ben, sexual assault. I mean, did he even miss a game? I don't even know about that. Ray Lewis murdered somebody, potentially, allegedly, obviously. He went out on top. He went out Super Bowl champion. I mean, folks, it's like they kind of pick and choose who they really make an example out of. So we'll see if Deshaun Watson's going to be one of those special people that don't get anything or one of the unlucky people that just get thrown to the fire. So it's not looking good here for Deshaun Watson. What it is looking good for is Tyrod Taylor, though. The man kind of had some unfortunate circumstances with the Chargers. And now could have some unfortunate circumstances that make him the starter here in Houston. So interesting to keep an eye on. And we'll know more heading into training camp. Once again, late July. This month period is killing us. Alrighty, let's keep going on here. All right. The NFL players had the option to opt out of this season because of COVID, just like last year. So here we go. NFL players have until 4 p.m. Eastern next Friday, July 2nd, to inform their team if they're opting out of the 2021 season. Quote, higher risk players for COVID, again, are entitled to a $350,000 stipend. Voluntary opt-outs get nothing. So if you're high risk, you can opt out and get $350,000. And if you just don't even want to play this season, like Cole Beasley, he may be opting out. We'll see. Or if they're just going to kind of force him out, we'll see on that. But voluntary opt-outs get nothing. So once again, we saw a lot of Patriots defenders opt out last season. Doesn't seem like I don't really see any players opting out this season. I don't think anybody's opted out already, have they? Doesn't really say in the comments or anything like that, but I wouldn't really expect anybody to really opt out. It's kind of like we're over the hump of COVID. I know that may not be accurate, but that's kind of how it feels. It's like, all right, everything's opening back up. The vaccines are available to everybody. Everybody can get them when they want them, real easy. And everyone's taking off the masks now. Everyone's opening up, so it's kind of feeling like we're kind of over it a little bit. We're past it. I think we're past the worst of it. Hopefully, not gonna win on that, but yeah, so we'll see if any players take advantage of this. I don't think so. I don't even know what they're still considering as high risk at the moment. I mean, what is high risk now? The vaccines are available. If you have comorbidities, you just get the vaccine. It's like, I think it's going to make it, I think the NFL may make it a little harder this season to opt out than last season to be a high risk to get that $350,000 guaranteed, because you don't get your contract, but you do get the money if you are a high risk candidate still. So we'll see if any player opts out. They got till next Friday. I don't see any players doing that, but it's still interesting to see. And like maybe Aaron Rodgers does this. Does Aaron Rodgers just voluntarily opt out to be like, hey, Green Bay, fuck y'all. I'm out. I told y'all I'm not playing, and this is how I'm going to do it. Voluntary opt out because of the COVID. Goodbye. I told y'all I wasn't going to play. Y'all thought I was kidding. I'd rather not play. Every time I play, my legacy keeps hurting me, so my play keeps hurting my legacy, so this is kind of a good thing. It's kind of an escape for Aaron Rodgers. We'll see if he takes it. So next Friday, we'll see who is in and out. All right, and then this popped up on our timeline, so we got to talk about it. Love it. So the Titans rally to come back versus the Ravens in Week 11, and mother loving why, and who put the the cherry on top of the cake here, folks. It's mother-loving King Henry, Derrick Henry. Gotta love it. Leading rusher for the last 2 seasons in the league, folks. So here we go. Overtime, 24-24. And what does this man do? From the 30-yard line, gets the ball in overtime, kind of runs into a wall at the 25-yard line, and then comes out the other side, sprinting, running past everybody for the last 25 yards to end off the game. Walk-off home run ran by Derrick King Henry himself. How do y'all not respect this man? How does this man not get onto the cover of Madden 22? How do you do Brady and Mahomes again? How does this man not get any credit? Folks, I'm telling you, before the start of the NFL season, the background's going to be changing, folks. I got to get some Derrick Henry swag up behind us, folks. It's got to be done. I'm over it. I've seen enough. He's the greatest running back of all time. I don't care anymore, folks. I'm putting my stamp on it. This man is the greatest running back of all time already. Already, folks. I don't care about Barry Sanders. I don't care. I don't care about Adrian Peterson. I don't care, folks. It's done. It's Derrick Henry. That's it. That is it. Love it. So we'll see what he can do this season. Wanting to see him break the rushing record of 2,100 yards. We think he can do it. Game winner right here. Game winner, put the team on my back, 30-yard line, 30 yards. Y'all looking just to get into field goal position. No. I'm ready to win the game now. Walk off, touchdown. On my back. Up the middle, bounce out to the right. I'm sprinting past way everybody. Nobody can catch me. Absolutely love it. So, King Mother-Loving Henry, folks. If y'all don't know the name by now, if y'all not respecting the name by now, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. It's either you get on the train right now, the Derrick Henry train. I'm the conductor, folks. It's me and Derrick Henry up front, folks. If you're not getting on the train this offseason before week 1 starts of this year, we're leaving without you. Get on the train now, or sayonara. You're not welcome. You're not welcome on the train whenever you get to that point. So, Derrick Henry or die. We will be having our background full of Derrick Henry. The flag will be Derrick Henry. The 3-panel canvas will all be Derrick Henry. I will be Derrick Henry. I will do blackface for Derrick Henry, folks. I will take the heat. I will take the social media heat. I don't care. I will take the public opinion heat. Come week 1, I will be all in blackface pretending to be Derrick Henry. I don't know what to tell you, folks. I just love the man that much. So, get on the train, or we're leaving without you. You got until September 10th, whatever their first game is, September 12th, to get on the train. Alrighty, let's finish up with some basketball stories here. Team USA, the basketball team for the Olympics, has finalized their 12-man roster. Are we going to win again? Is the Team USA just going to stomp and steamroll past the competition? Yeah, most likely. Here we go. This is the 12-man roster. We got Kevin Durant right off the rib, so that's a win. I mean, we just win. You could play 5v1 of Kevin Durant, and we win every time. So we got Kevin Durant, Devin Booker. We got Jason Tatum, Damian Lillard, Bradley Beal, Zach LaVine, Bam Adebayo, Chris Middleton, Jordan Love, Draymond Green, Drew Holiday, and Jeremy Grant. So we got some great shooters out there. Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Jason Tatum, Damian Lillard, Bradley Beal are bigs. A little bit. We got Bam Adebayo. He's a little young. Everybody on the Heat was yelling at him for not being more aggressive in the playoffs, so that's never a great sign. Then we have Kevin Love. Okay. All right. He's not the greatest out there. We got Draymond Green. He's more of a 4 than a 5. Good defense. Not the tallest. So if some of these kind of, other countries have some good bigs, we may get dominated down low in the paint, but we got the great outside shooters that hopefully make up for that. So we'll see what this team can do. Devin Booker may not even be able to go. I mean, when does the Olympics officially start? I mean, this man's going to be in the finals, folks. They play game 3 today. They're already up 2-0. So Devin Booker may not even be able to go. But we still got Kevin Durant and Jason Tatum and Damian Lillard. And we'll see what Zach LaVine can do. That's going to be interesting. Chris Middleton, I don't understand why the hell this man's on the team. This man isn't even good on his own team. This man's not even one of the top 12 people on his own team, folks. I mean, what are we doing? So I don't like the Chris Middleton. Jeremy Grant's, I guess, all right. Drew Holiday, that's fine, I guess. He's better than Chris Middleton. And Kevin Love is, I don't even know if he's better than Chris Middleton. But Chris Middleton should not be on the team. I don't understand that. But that's who we've got, folks. So Kevin Durant couldn't win the NBA championship. But let's see if he can lead this team to a gold medal. So that's who Team USA is representing, and I'm fine with it. I think that's enough talent to win. We don't need to embarrass the other teams, all right? We can still win and be a little competitive with this roster. Alrighty, we got some coaching news in the NBA. The Celtics, they got their coaching search done, quick, done, over with. They get Ime Udoka. And if I butcher that name, I truly apologize. It's no disrespect there. I just have not heard it said. Let me see if I can search it in Google and listen to it. Can we listen to this? No. All right, but I think it's Ime Udoka. So he's going to be the new head coach for the Celtics now. When we kind of, see what he's done in his career, he was an assistant coach for the Spurs from 2012 to 2019, and he was on a championship kind of coaching staff. They went to the finals the first year he got there, lost to that LeBron James Heat team. They come back the next year. They end up winning the finals. So, hey, he's got that under his belt. He's also learned from Greg Popovich. I mean, that's a great coach to learn from. So he's got a bulk of his learning there. What may be a little concerning is that after he left the Spurs, he went to the Philadelphia 76ers for the bubble season 2019 to 2020, and they lose first round of the Eastern Conference Finals, swept 4-0 to the Celtics, his new team here. So how much impact did he have? I mean, the head coach was nothing great. It's Brett Brown. He's not that great of a head coach, so not really sure how much of an impact overall, how much say he had on that 76ers team. Little, once again, underperforming with Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, only won 43 games that year. 6 in the East, not the greatest. And then this season, he was with the Nets. Steve Nash, Mike D'Antoni, was he kind of the third head coach? Because Mike D'Antoni made himself coach number 2 there. Absolutely. He was a former head coach. He's not going to be downgraded to like assistant coach number 5 or 6. No. So, and then once again, the superstars, how much did he kind of impact that overall, and the kind of underperformance when they had no superstars? Not the greatest there, but then, your assistant coach number 3 at maximum. So, we'll see how he does, but once again, I mean, he's been learning from he learned from Greg Popovich. Can you learn anything from Steve Nash? Probably not. Can you learn anything from Brett Brown? Probably not. Can you learn anything from Mike D'Antoni? Maybe a little. But he's going to have his go at it with the Celtics, and hey, I'm all for it. Let's see what this man can do. And he's got some great superstars to kind of work with. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, we're big on them. So they brought in some new, they got rid of Kemba Walker. Once again, going to help Udoka here. So we'll see what he can do here for the Celtics. And that is one team that has filled their head coaching vacancy. And another team that just filled their head coaching vacancy today is the Indiana Pacers. They're going with Rick Carlisle, the ex-Mavericks coach. And when we look at what Rick Carlisle has done in his career, once again, I mean, little underwhelming. He coached Detroit. That was his first kind of head coaching job. Went 50-32 both years. Not bad. And then he went to Indiana, so he's had some time here in Indiana before. His best season was his first season there. They went 61-21. What did they do that season? It's a good record. He finished first in the Central Division and got to the conference finals. Not bad, losing 4-2. That's not bad your first year there. And then it kind of went downhill there. 50-32, 61-21. Then it went downhill from there. 44-38, 41-41, 35-47. Then they got rid of him. And then he's been with the Mavericks ever since 2008 till the season. So he won a championship with Dallas. That was the Dirk year where they beat LeBron James and the Heat. Unfortunate, the Heat would have went almost they went 2-2. Two wins, 2 finals losses during those LeBron James years. But I mean, he won a ring with the Mavericks. That was really it. He never had a 60-win season. He hasn't had a 50-win season in the last 6 seasons. So I don't know if Rick Carlisle is a good head coach. And now, I mean, the Pacers, they don't really have anybody great. So we'll see if this man's an actually good coach or not. But it's been really kind of just lackluster, underperforming for this Mavericks team. I mean, we got lost in the conference semis this first year. We're just going through first year all the way down to this season. Lost in the conference semis, lost in the first round. Won the championship, lost in the first round. Didn't even make the playoffs the next year. What else did we get? Lost in the first round. Lost in the first round. I mean, this is not great, folks. Didn't even make the playoffs. Didn't even make the playoffs. Didn't even make the play. I mean, folks, 3 straight seasons not make the playoffs. Didn't lost first round, and then once again this year lost first round again. So little underperforming. Does he deserve to be a head coach? We'll see. We'll see how he plays out this year with the Indiana Pacers. So not a lot of head coaching vacancies left. Not a lot of good ones anyway. That Celtics is probably the best one to go to. But, I mean, we still got, who else do we got left? We got the Magic. Absolutely, you do not want that job. There is nothing good on that team. They would give that to a homeless person. The Pelicans, I mean, you got some good stars there. You need to start winning now, so a lot of pressure on you. We'll see if a head coach is going to take that job. The Mavericks is still open. You got Luka. It's pretty good pickup right there if you can land that job. The Wizards job and the Blazers job. So 5 more vacancies available for teams. We got Caron Butler. We got the female coach, the assistant coach, Becky Harmon, I believe her name is, from San Antonio. We got Jason Kidd, and we'll see what other coach kind of throws their hat in these rings here. But time is dwindling down here. Vacancies are already starting to get filled up, and the season isn't even over. Alrighty, and then the last story to talk about. Great news here, folks. Chris Paul has cleared the NBA's health and safety protocols and intends to return for Game 3 tonight. Love that. Way earlier than we were expecting. I think the earliest that we had was Game 4. Game 4 to 5. But, hey, he's back for Game 3. That's going to be great. The Suns don't need him. They just proven that they can win without him and be good without him. But this just obviously, you know, getting a superstar back, your starting point guard back is obviously great. And that's no disrespect to Cameron Payne. He's been great. He's been absolutely fantastic. We've been buying into him. He's been paying off. Absolutely well done. But what this does do is just open up that bench. Now you have more depth, and you can always use more depth, especially in the playoffs, especially as you go deeper in the playoffs. And now Chris Paul is going to be a little healthy, a little well-rested. He's had 10 days removed, so very good out here for the Suns team, getting even better, and we know Kawhi Leonard is not even close to playing again. So very, very great news here for the Suns, and we'll see how Chris Paul's looking his first time on the floor. Is he kind of, you know, not looking the greatest, needs to get a little back into game rhythm, game shape, and if, you know, that is the case, we're not worried because we got Cameron Payne waiting in the wings. The man is ready, folks. Hey, you need me? No? Well, I'm here if you do, and I'll be here off the bench. So expect Chris Paul to play tonight. And we'll see what the odds are now that Chris Paul is playing. All right, those are all the stories that we needed to cover for today. So let's head over to the NBA and break down the game from last night and do our moneymaker for tonight. And we'll see if we get to Aaron Rodgers' divisional game against the Dallas Cowboys 2014. So here we go, the Bucks and the Hawks. And folks, I know our initial prediction before the playoffs even started was Bucks winning the entire thing. But I don't see them winning this series, folks. I think it's going to be over in 4. I think it's done. I think it's a sweep. I think the Hawks win, and we'll back it up. But it's not looking good here for this Bucks team. So let's talk about what happened last night. Brook Lopez, huge liability on the floor. The man could not defend the high pick and roll between Clint Capella and Trae Young. Clint Capella sets the pick. Trae Young is, coming around the corner. Now, he can either do the teardrop floater, which was killing Brook Lopez the entire game, folks. Trae Young was murdering this man. Or, hey, if, you're going to play Trae Young, that means Clint Capella's ready there for the dunk, ready there for the lob. Trae Young passes it to Clint Capella, and then he's wide open underneath the basket. So it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. And Brook Lopez was just getting absolutely cooked at the 5 position. So they only played him 20 minutes, and he was still a minus 14 on the floor, folks. The worst by far. Besides Chris Middleton, he was also minus 13, but that's for a different reason. He was absolutely garbage shooting the ball, and we're going to talk about that as well. But we're talking about Brook Lopez being an absolute defensive liability out here. A minus 14 on the floor. And did they not watch anything in that 76ers series? I mean, folks, come on. What are we doing? This 76ers team is kind of set up exactly like this Bucks team, basically. A good big. Giannis and Joel Embiid. But they didn't learn anything from that 76er series because it was just whatever Trae Young wanted, he got the entire game. So Brook Lopez is a defensive liability out there. 20 minutes on the floor and already a minus 14. But if they go small ball, they also get killed as well. We've got the final 2 minutes here, folks, and we're going to walk through it. But that's why you need Brook Lopez out there, because he has that height to grab the rebounds. But the Hawks were killing the Bucks on the offensive glass, folks, and it was the reason why they kind of lost. So let's walk through this. Bucks up 4, folks, 111-107 with a minute 50 seconds left. Hawks have the ball. Did I get rid of the first clip we needed to see to set it up? What is this clip? All right, that's the second rebound. What is this? All right, here we go. Back up here. All right, here we go. 111-107, a minute 50 left. Hawks have the ball. Trae Young fires a deep three. He was falling in love with that all game. It wasn't falling, but Giannis followed him once for 3 free throws, and then he just kept shooting from that distance the entire game. But you could do that because of the offensive rebound. So Trae Young shoots a very deep three. It misses, but John Collins just bodies PJ Tucker for the offensive rebound. That's one offensive rebound. He kicks it out. They shoot another 3. That clinks off the iron. They get another offensive rebound, this time by Clint Capella, folks. So that's 2 offensive rebounds, way more possessions in this one series alone when they're down 3. The Hawks are down 4, excuse me. So Trae Young gets the next. Clint Capella gets the offensive rebound, passes it to Trae Young. He passes it back out to John Collins, who then hits the 3, folks. So all those extra possessions, the Bucks could have, theoretically put away the game. You grab the rebound, you go down, score a bucket. Now you're up 6 and feeling real good with about like a minute 20 left in the game, feeling real good. But instead, you're only up 1 now with the minute 40 because you can't grab an offensive rebound. Then what happens on the next possession here for the Bucks? Drew Holiday's going to end up with the ball, and I don't understand that. That man's absolutely garbage. Chris Middleton absolutely floundered in this game. He takes a mid-range jumper, and it's in and out. Clint Capella easily grabs the rebound. Once again, no second chance opportunities here for the Bucks. And then what happens on the next ensuing Hawks drive? Well, let's just talk about it. Let's watch it. Here we go. 41 seconds left. Atlanta down 1 here. Trae Young driving to the bucket, tries to do a little bit of a floater. It goes in and out, but Clint Capella's right there to grab the offensive rebound, secure the ball, go right back up with it, and now the Hawks are up 1, folks. So all those offensive rebounds, because you don't have the height on the floor anymore, because you have to take Brook Lopez out, then you move Giannis to kind of the 5, but, he can't box out. Nobody's boxing out here, and they just floundered big time down the stretch. So you're damned if you do with Brook Lopez on the floor, and you're damned if you don't, because they're just going to get those second chance points like they did last night, and they're going to hit, folks. Like, you may not get the first one or the second one, but this team's great enough to hit the third. They're not going to blow 3 straight opportunities. So a huge flounder job by the Bucks last night rebounding. And I know the Hawks and the Bucks, they both had 12 offensive rebounds, but the Hawks made the most of it down when they needed to, down the stretch in clutch time. So it just was looking real bad for the Bucks last night. So I don't know if they can overcome that in game 2, honestly. Even at home, you have to get I don't even know the lineup you can use, folks. You got to take Brook Lopez out of the game. Move Giannis to the 5, but like PJ Tucker, he's small, folks. He's a decent defender, but he's still small out there. John Collins is honestly kind of destroying him a little bit. So I don't even know the lineup you could use. Brook Lopez just needs to defend kind of the teardrop floater and the pick and roll a little bit better. But you need the height out there for the offensive rebounds, because Clint Capella and John Collins are just all over the glass, folks. 5 offensive rebounds by John Collins, 4 offensive rebounds by Clint Capella, all going for basically second chance points every single time. So just getting killed on that front. And also what also killed the Bucks, the outside shooting. They both hit 8 threes. That's it. Only 8 threes for the Hawks and 8 threes for the Bucks, but we know this Hawks team is good at shooting the threes. This is just a light night for them, and they still were able to make it out alive. Like, the Bucks, they just cannot shoot, folks. You got to move Chris Middleton back to the 3. This man cannot be the 2. So let's talk about these stats. Here we go. We'll start with the Bucks. Jrue Holiday had a magnificent game. He was the one of 2 reasons why this game was close. 33 points, 10 assists. He shot 5 of 12 from the 3. Great. And 56% on 25 shots. But he was just keeping them in it. I mean, he was their only kind of scorer that was not underneath the basket. Because that's the only way Giannis was scoring last night. Just underneath the basket. So Jrue Holiday was the only person providing outside shooting points for this Bucks team. Then we go to Chris Middleton. Absolutely abysmal. 15 points on 0 of 9 from 3, folks. 0 of 9 from 3. 26% on 23 shots. Absolutely garbage. He had 4 assists and 5 rebounds to go along with that, and he was also a minus 13 on the floor. We just clowned Brook Lopez for being absolutely trash on the floor, minus 14. Chris Middleton was minus 13 because the man could not hit a shot all night. So, just clutch shots, beginning shots at the beginning of the game, doesn't matter. The man was trash all night, and that's kind of, a little bit of an outlier. We saw Chris Middleton in that Nets series be decent at home, garbage on the road, but decent at home, and now they're at home, and he's garbage. So, you can't trust anybody on this Bucks team. Brook Lopez, 7 points in 20 minutes, only 2 rebounds. And then Giannis, I mean, he only took, down low shots. 34 points, all basically coming from down low. Can I bring up this shot graphic? I don't think I can quickly, unfortunately. But it's literally all underneath the basket, folks. He took 2 threes, missed them both. That's classic. We know he's not going to hit any of that. He did hit 6 of 8 from the free throw line, so I'll give him that. But 34 points, he had 9 assists, 12 rebounds. He shot 56% on 25 shots, all coming from underneath the basket. And he was a +4 on the floor in a -3 loss. So, once again, not bad there by Giannis, but his supporting cast is truly lackluster. PJ Tucker playing 34 minutes. The man doesn't score, folks. 4 points. He had 7 rebounds, 3 offensive. But once again, we need scorers out here. We need shooters of the ball, and that's what the Bucks don't have. And PJ Tucker wasn't even doing that great of a defense on John Collins. Couldn't even box out John Collins for the final 2 minutes, folks. So what are we doing out here? Pat Connaughton off the bench, once again, garbage shooting, 4 points on 6 shots, 0 of 4 from 3, jeez. Bobby Portis got it done off the bench, 11 points on 8 shots, 62% shooting, we'll take that. And then Bryn Forbes, where has this man been, folks? Truly, he had like 1 good quarter against that Heat team, that Heat series 1, where they swept them. But other than that, the man's been a big old flounder out here. 5 points, he only took 4 shots, but 1 of 3 from the 3. Come on, get on your bullshit. Start hitting the shots. Start being that big-time 3 that we saw you be in that Heat series. So nobody's scoring the basketball out here. Multiple people are defensive liabilities. Brook Lopez, PJ Tucker, and the Hawks had their way with it last night. So let's go to the Hawks. Trae Young, 48 points, 11 assists, 7 rebounds. He shot 4 of 13 from 3. Even did a little disrespectful shimmy when the game was like tied and they were down 1. They left him wide open from the 3-point line, did a little shoulder shimmy, and then drained the 3. That's what I'm talking about, the disrespect that we love in this league. Trae Young, once again, Derrick Henry and Trae Young are going to be the backdrop of our new show, folks. I mean, it's going to happen. I'm just deciding there's 3 great ones. If you're following me on Twitter, I'm wrestling with the decision on which one to get of Trae Young. But it's going to be Trae Young and Derrick Henry behind me because they're just the greatest players, folks. I love it. So he was on his bullshit last night, and you love to see it. 48 points, 11 assists, 7 rebounds. Whew, the man took 34 shots, 50%. I'll give it to him, folks. A +10 on the floor. Fantastic. Everybody in the starting lineup was plus, folks. Trae Young +10, Bogdanovich +8, Clint Capella +8. Finally, Clint Capella +8. The man was a negative in all those games in that 7-game series against the 76ers. Fantastic. John Collins a +12, and that man, oh my God, that man is so freaking great. And then Kevin Huerter a +15 as well. So here we go. Bogdanovich, once again, this man is floundering, folks. The man is injured. He's hobbled. He wasn't even looking that great all game, and they still were able to get the win. One of their great outside shooters that absolutely floundered last night. 4 points on 6 shots, 16% shooting, folks. 0 of 2 from the 3, and he was still a +8 on the floor? Yes! Clint Capella, 12 points, 19 rebounds, folks. Fan, mother-loving-tastic. And then John Collins basically winning the game game for this team. 23 points, 15 rebounds, 5 of those offensive, and he only shot 1 of 5 from 3, but he made it count, folks, so you got to give him credit. And then Kevin Huerter, 13 points and 2 rebounds, and once again, 1 of 6 from the 3. The 3 ball was off all night for the Hawks, and they still were able to win. This is Hawks in 4, folks. I mean, it's done. The series is over. I want to root for the Bucks. They were our initial pick, but this Hawks team, folks, they just get it done. They just get it done, folks. It's a great team. At 1 through 5 is fantastic. They all play together. Nobody's bigger than the team, and they all have great nights, usually every single night. Off the bench, Danilo Gallinari, 9 points. Solomon Hill, 4 points on 4 shots. And then Lou Williams, he only hit 1 3, but it came at a big time. It was like at the end of the first quarter, very end of the first quarter, very end of the second quarter. One of that, he hits a big time 3. Give him credit. So, I mean, this Hawks team is just so absolutely fantastic. Trae Young was on his bullshit, and that's usually how it goes. So, Hawks win by 3, 116-113. How foolish are we? We are clowns, folks. We have egg on our face for not taking that Hawks plus 8. What were we thinking? But we'll definitely swallow up that value tomorrow. Yeah, absolutely tomorrow. So, hopefully it's still plus 8. I'll take them straight up. I don't care. I'm taking this Hawks team straight up. Folks, they're going to sweep the Bucks. We've seen enough. I've seen enough from game 1. There's no coming back from this. The Bucks just, they don't have the pieces. And when they have the pieces, I don't want to see PJ Tucker in the starting lineup. That's all there is to it. Put Giannis at the 5. Put Chris Middleton back at the 3. Put, I don't even know who you put at the 4 then, though. Jeff Teague? Can we put Jeff Teague at the 4, folks? No. No. I don't know, folks. Bobby Portis? Can we put him? All right, yeah, put Bobby Portis at the 4. Giannis at the 5, Bobby Portis at the 4, Chris Middleton at the 3, and then Pat Connaughton at the 2. Pat Connaughton or Bryn Forbes? Pat Connaughton. Put Pat Connaughton at the 2, folks. You cannot put Brook Lopez in the series. That's all there is to it. Can't have PJ Tucker. Because now we're having like 2 non-outside shooters, PJ Tucker and Giannis. I mean, that's not get it done. So if the Bucks make this switch of Drew Holiday at the 1, Pat Connaughton at the 2, Giannis at the 5, Bobby Portis at the 4, and Chris Middleton at the 3, then maybe we can get back on this Bucks team. But I've seen enough, folks. I've seen enough. Hawks in 4. There it is. Alrighty. We've got our moneymaker for tonight's action. We got Suns, Clippers, game 3 here, back home in LA, and the Clippers have been down 0-2 in every single one of their series, folks. So this is their bread and butter. They've won them both. They won the first one in 7, the other one in 6, and now they're back 0-2 in this Suns series, but Chris Paul is back. How is it going to play out? So let's get our moneymaker going for this game, see what we're getting, and let's talk it through. So here we go. Let's get the lines refreshed. Oh, my God. I just got reminded. Oh, my gosh. Justin Fields plus 300. Oh, my gosh. I got to breathe, folks. I'm truly. It's going to get bad, folks. I'm betting I got to scrounge up $250,000 somehow. I'll take out a loan. I don't care. I will live and die by it. All right. Here we go. Suns, Clippers. Clippers at home. Suns -1, Clippers +1. Basically just picking the winner here. Love seeing that. Definitely on the road when we want to take the Suns team. So Chris Paul is a game time decision, but definitely expect that man to play. He'll be good to go, folks. And then for the Clippers, just Kawhi Leonard is still out, which we know the man will not play for the rest of the year, folks. He's a little injury selfish. We know this. So, Suns, Clippers, I'm taking the Suns -1, folks. It's as simple as that. I mean, Paul George, playoff P, is there, folks. We just saw him. How do you miss 2 free throws, folks? 2 free throws at the end of the game to ice the game? He hits those free throws. We're not talking about, the out-of-bounds play, Jay Crowder to DeAndre Ayton. We're not even talking about that. You can't even do that if you're down 3. We're talking about the mystery by McCall Bridges, and that's game over from there. But Paul playoff P. George wants to go and miss 2 free throws? Can't rely on it. The only person we can rely on this team is Reggie Jackson. That's it. Now you get Chris Paul back. He's going to facilitate the floor as good as Cameron Payne did, and then we get Cameron Payne off the bench. Depth here for the Suns. So I don't see anything good about this Clippers team. They try to put Zubac in the starting lineup. That didn't help. He got dunked on twice. One in the middle of the game, one to win the game. So the man can't get it done. There's just nobody that I feel reliable on this Clippers team. They play good defense. I will give them that. But for their offensive scoreability, I can't trust anybody besides Reggie Jackson, and that's just not enough, folks. I need to trust at least 3 players to get me 15-plus points. I need to trust 2 to get me 20-plus, and then I need that third just to get me 15-plus. And the Clippers don't have that. Paul George, he does go for 25 to 30, but it's inefficient every single night. And then when it's down in the clutch, he'll miss the free throws. Reggie Jackson will give us the 20 as well, 20-plus, exactly. But who's going to give us the 15? Nobody else. Nobody else can shoot on this team. It's unfortunate. They do play great defense. I will give them that. It always impresses me how great defense they play. That's the only reason why they are in games is because of their defense. But we just saw offense is going to beat their defense because they're shooting themselves in the foot. Non-reliable scores, even at the free throw line, even if you're a big superstar name. Now they're at home. That's their bread and butter. I will give them that. They're good defense, and they're back at home. But at the end of the day, it's Chris Paul, folks. You know how much of an extra boost that is going to lift this team? And Devin Booker played like absolute garbage in game number 2. And look at this. As we're talking about it, people are watching live because the spread just went down from Suns -1 to Suns -1.5. So everyone's betting on the Suns -1, folks. So, folks, everybody's with us right here. Now we got to swallow another half a point. Unfortunate. But Suns -1.5, 1, whatever you locked it in at, we love it. Chris Paul's just going to bring that energy. Devin Booker, can just kind of play second fiddle now and kind of do what he was doing all season long. And, he had a bad game number 2. I'm not seeing him having back-to-back bad games. And, Cameron Johnson was absolutely fantastic as well coming off the bench. Dario Saric, man, oh man, how great is he as well in game number 2. But now that they have everybody back, DeAndre Ayton's got some swagger to him, hitting a game-winning dunk. Jay Crowder, he only took 3 shots and missed them all in game number 2. That doesn't really go back-to-back either, so expect this man to score the ball as well. And he's still got the great passing ability and great defense. So overall, this Suns team, I can gush over 1 through 5. Clippers, I get to the 1, and then my gush runs out. Not gushing at number 2. I'm not gushing the 2. I'm not gushing the 3. I'm not gushing the 4. I'm not gushing the 5. I'll gush over the 1. I like Reggie Jackson. We were kind of, pleading for that man to be in the starting lineup in the middle of the season. So, Suns -1. Clippers defense could keep it close, but at the end of the day, the Suns will find a way to win, folks. It's Chris Paul. It's Chris Mother-loving Paul, CP3 point God. Come on. First time in the conference finals. He's looking for that ring, folks. Suns -1.5. Alrighty, that's going to do it for us today, folks. We're not going to be able to get to Aaron Rodgers, unfortunately. We'll have to save that for tomorrow. But let's see if there's any breaking news as we were live. Oh, we got more kind of inside info on the Tight End University that we will talk about tomorrow. Anything else out here? Any breaking news? Not seeing anything, folks. We just got to get to the casino. That's all there is to it. Ah, man, I am so glad those odds got put up, folks. If you've been listening to the show, following the show, we've been waiting. We've been checking every single week for those odds to get put up. And now they're finally here. Whew, time to cash in, baby. Time to cash in. All right, folks, that's going to do it for us today. We'll be back tomorrow, live, noon Eastern, trying to find some more value for y'all. We'll find something else. We'll do it. So that's going to do it for us today, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. And we are back tomorrow, folks, live, noon Eastern.